can't tell you how many times that I get to talk to somebody like you whose life has been saved by blood donation, and it's just a simple act, but you're alive today talking to me because of that.
I'm literally alive today because of blood product donation.
Hi, I'm John Yeager, and this is Bloodworks 101, the award-winning podcast designed by your friends here at Bloodworks Northwest in hopes that it'll inspire you to donate either time, money, or blood. Today you're going to hear from Professor Alexis Harris from the University of Washington about a new campaign we're helping with on the UW campus in Seattle. It's called the We Give Blood Drive. It's the brainchild of the folks at Abbott and the Big Ten Conference to promote blood donation by students, alumni, and fans of Big Ten schools. The We Give Blood Drive is now underway with Big Ten schools vying for a $1 million grant to advance student or community health by registering the greatest number of donors among Big Ten institutions across the country during the current Big Ten football season. I got a chance to speak with Alexis recently. One thing I should tell you, full disclosure, I got my master's in digital media from the UW, so I'm just a little biased. I also wore my purple Husky t-shirt for the interview.
My name is Alexis Harris. I'm a professor of sociology and the chair of American Ethnic Studies at the University of Washington. I also am very fortunate to work with our athletic department as the faculty athletic representative. And I am currently a faculty regent to the board of the University of Washington Board of Regents.
And what school was that?
At the University of Washington. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. It's personal for you.
It is.
Tell me why you're advocating for blood donation, because that's personal too.
Yeah, blood donation saved my life. I had over 20 to 25 transfusions of blood products in 2016, 2017. First, as a result of the type of chemotherapy that I had to try to put my cancer, MDS, myelodysplastic syndrome, into remission. And the chemo lowered my labs. I won't get into details of which. And that required blood transfusions and platelet transfusions. So I had a number of those. And then I had a stem cell transplant on September 21st, 2016. And after that, regularly in the hospital, I would have to have transfusions. So to me, people think of blood donations after car accidents or things like that. But I think people don't realize that many times people who are going through cancer treatment need blood products, and they really save our lives.
So this We Give Blood campaign is personal to you as well. I mean, we're with the Abbott Corporation, we're trying to motivate UW students to donate because the prize is pretty significant. You want to unpack that a little bit?
Well, there is $1 million prize, but I think the even bigger prize is that people are saving lives. And I think it's an amazing endeavor by Abbott and the Big Ten to raise awareness around our student athletes, but also our students on campus and our broader community about like the simple way that students can impact other people's lives. My dad donated blood regularly when we were growing up. He had, I can't remember what type it was, but it was rare. So he would, after work, he would go regularly and donate blood. And so I started to do that early in college until I became anemic, and I can no longer donate blood. But I do realize how important it is for young people to learn of the opportunity, the simple opportunity to help impact others' lives.
Is it hard to motivate young people?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just that they need to know. I think in this moment right now, in the broader environment, the political environment, the environmental environment, people feel helpless to make change. And there are ways, simple ways that we can make changes to really help people. And so I think young people just need to know about the opportunity and to know that, it can be scary to go get that needle in your arm, but it's really not that bad, particularly when you think about the greater opportunity to impact people's lives.
And it really doesn't hurt. When I tell people that it really doesn't hurt, it really doesn't.
When
they prick your finger for blood type, for the iron level,
right,
that hurts more, I think, than actually seeing the needle go in your arm.
I think you're so right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we tell people we tell people it's about an hour of your time, but really, the research has shown that it's about 6 minutes and 15 to 6 minutes and 20 seconds for the average blood donation from Bloodworks Northwest. That's it.
Right. You pop in, you do test your iron to make sure you're stable to donate blood. They pop the needle in your arm, they drain it for a little pouch, and then you get great snacks, orange juice, apple juice, cookies, crackers, and then you get to say, hey, I might have saved somebody's life today. How cool is that?
I can't tell you how many times that I get to talk to somebody like you whose life has been saved by blood donation, and it's just a simple act, but you're alive today talking to me because of that.
I'm literally alive today because of blood product donation, and also my stem cell transplant. But I think there are so many people in this world that are selfless, and they make, some of these are simple steps, right? But just being aware of the opportunity and then taking that time out of your day to go donate blood really impacts people like me, people like your parents, grandparents, nieces, nephews, cousins. You never know when you're going to need a blood transfusion. And so I really do believe in paying it forward, maybe just in case, but paying it forward in general for people you don't even know that are living today.
On the website, on the University of Washington website, it describes you as a sociologist with a mixed method approach. What's that?
So I use multiple types of data in my research. 15 years ago, when I started researching something called monetary sanctions, fines and fees that people get when they make contact. So all the way from a traffic citation to a felony conviction, right? So I use different types of data, interview data with people who have the fiscal debt due to tickets or to felony or misdemeanor convictions. I interview prosecutors, I interview judges. I also do court observations, so ethnography. So interviews, ethnography, but then also state level data. So I get data from the Washington State Administrative Office of the Court for statistical analysis. So it's a mixed method, a broad, I thought kitchen sink kind of approach to really understanding the problem that few people were studying when I started 15 years ago.
It sounds like what I would describe as a holistic approach to it.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Because there's so many, and it's also, I really care about policy implications. And so when I talk with state legislators, some of them like the statistical data, right? Show me the numbers. How much debt is out there? How much are we collecting? Others like to hear the stories from individuals that are impacted to really understand, yes, this person, they're working, right? But they're also struggling to maintain their family. And this debt is really hard. Even $20 a month for them is difficult, right? And so getting to understand triangulation, right? Everyone's perspective around the problem, so that we can create sort of the best type of policy moving forward.
And says also that you wrote A Pound of Flesh. What was that book about?
So A Pound of Flesh was focused on monetary sanctions. It's the first book to really try to understand this punishment given to people. And the data, again, was kitchen sink. So I selected 5 counties in Washington State, and I went into the courtrooms and looked at the sentencing hearings and really found that there were 5 different ways in which one state RCW was being interpreted and applied to individuals. So you would go to County A and they would have regular hearings for people not paying and would threaten to or incarcerate them for non-payment. You'd have other courts that would just impose the mandatory minimum of the state, and they wouldn't regularly try to put out warrants or do pickups, right? So it was a range, which I call a continuum in the book, of punishment across the counties, and really trying to understand that. I also did interviews with people with the debt. Looked at sort of these case stories of individuals and their experiences, and then interviews with judges. And I tried to do interviews with state legislators. But unfortunately, I learned that they don't know much or think they hadn't thought much about the laws that they had enacted. So that's a kind of looking at those 5 counties, and then also doing a historical analysis of the development of fines and fees in the United States.
I don't know if you followed the news on this particular thing, but my colleague Juan Cotto and I, especially Juan, spearheaded this drive to put the blood type on the driver's license.
Oh,
And
yes.
that took him 2 years, Alexis.
Yeah.
It took him 2 years, and he was down there every week, just getting their attention. And then once they gave their attention, then it was like this. You could see the light bulb. You could see just like, I get it. This is something we need to do. But it's got to be a challenge working with lawmakers. Yeah.
Well, I think it's constant information. Lawmakers and even practitioners, judges within the courtrooms, prosecutors, right? Getting them to. Everyone's so busy, and our jobs have become, we're doing 5 to 10 jobs at a time, right? And so getting people to really think about what the impact is. So is it the impact is having that blood type on the driver's license if someone's in a car accident right away, or if they can be a donor in different ways, or it's thinking about the impact of a policy that you've enacted, right, on individuals' lives. And does it not make sense to impose a whole bunch of debt on people that you're never going to collect, right? So getting us to slow down and have real conversations. It's hard to take that time, but it's so important if we really care about what we're doing.
Research says that only 3 out of 100 people donate blood. And it says that we need about 1,000 per day to keep up with hospital demand. And it also says the numbers that we're aware of here at Bloodworks is that 25 to 30% of the blood that we get is from high school and college students. So when the pandemic hit, Alexis, the blood supply was almost collapsed, right, because guess what shut down? Schools. Yeah. So you're right there. You're right there at the tip of the sword on this campaign. It's a really important place to be.
It's an exciting place to be, again, because we're in this moment where people feel paralyzed. And this is one simple thing. And I think those statistics show that once we educate folks and say, this is really important, this is how you can make a real world difference, they're going to get out and go donate. So we need those trucks and vans on campus. We need to let people know where donation sites are. And most importantly for the campaign right now, we need people to make sure they indicate that they're donating on behalf of the University of Washington when they go to donate.
That's what I did last year. Took the picture, went on the app, took the picture. I think I was wearing this T-shirt, the same kind of thing. It's just like, yeah. So any final message that you'd like to leave with people?
I think the biggest thing is thank you. I want to thank every single person who's donated blood, to really take that time in their day. I want them to know that matters. Like, I don't know the folks' blood that is within me, but I hope they know that once they made that donation, they made a real difference in someone's life, and that it's just an easy task to make a real difference, and to also fight back in different ways against cancer, against horrific incidents that individuals face. We can fight back against that by just simply donating blood.
The simple act, and it does so much.
Yeah.
Go Dogs. Thank you.
Go Dogs. I love it.
That was Professor Alexis Harris from the University of Washington talking about the We Give Blood drive on the UW campus and why blood donation is so important to her. Students, alumni, and fans can donate blood anywhere in the U.S. from now until December 5th to count for Washington. Donations can be submitted by texting DONATE to 222-688. That's the word ABBOTT, ABBOTT, or by visiting big10.org/Abbott. And that just about wraps it up for this edition of Bloodworks 101. I'm your host, John Yeager. See you next time.